Hello, and good morning. Welcome to the Quebec channel. I'm Jason, your host. Time to have my tablets and let's begin the splendiferous morning of happiness. Okay, everything looks okay, everything's set up. Right, yep, all good. All good and splendiferous. As per normal, the first thing we do is turn on the air fryer. Hello, Bertie. Air fryer goes on. The tie and the thingy is on. I've forgotten my tablet. My tablet's up there. Okay, now let's just put together the potatoes and stuff. Hope everybody's having a good morning. I had a pretty good sleep last night. I spent the morning just tweaking the kitchen so it's all better set up for the permanent stream things for the summer. We're going to potatoes, yay! Potatoes. I think that's enough. There you go, one more potato. Does not hurt to have another potato in there. Potatoes, yay! Potatoes. The potatoes. Here's with the guy. Cooking of happiness. There we are. The potatoes are on the way. Potatoes are embracing the universe. Now we do the carrots. Oh. On me. The thing is, I would happily live in a room this size. A room this size, just one room, would be happy for me. As long as I could have my computer set up like this and could do my cooking in there. This could be my world. This would be... I would be happy. Then time. Massive amount of time. This kind of space. I don't need to... As long as there's a little garden for the doggies to go out to. Because the doggies need a garden. So, do all this, then I'll do the dog's food. Ben! Hello, Ben. So we're just going to get the carrots going. Carrots are going. There we are. There we are. Woohoo! Now I'm going to throw away, well not throw away, I'm going to throw those bits and put the vegetables in here. How are you this morning, Ben? How is life for you? Take this here because we're going to do the dog's food. Doggy food, yay! And of course, take that from my food. So, let's get the dog bowls. I'm going to move this water over here slightly so it's not my food. This food in. Bowls. Oh. Hello, Fussy. I love that in my first. I just did alchemy like I would on normal stone. 700. Yeah. So yes, we are permanently down in the kitchen now. A little bit of different food to try here with the dog. Okay, there. I always try to find different dog food just in case they like to change. food in for the dog. Beryl, see if she'll eat it. You never know whether Beryl will or not. This goes in the fridge for later for them. Gotta keep it in the fridge because otherwise it goes all home. So, how have you been? Lost? Because you've been missing for a little bit. Let's put a sausage in dog's food. So yeah, this room's now completely full. VR and everything. Grab some water in there. This away. Yeah. The only MMO I play these days is Star Trek Online. Come on, Beryl, let's see if you want any of this morning. Put this away, do the dishes, la la la, la 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 la. There. No, I want to. That needs a little bit of a. Get rid of this. This is empty. We need a little bit of washing up liquid over here. The dishes are going to be doing a sec. Dishes are done. The dishes are done. Over there, like that. At least Beryl's eating her food. That's a good thing. Just turn these down so they don't go over the edge. There we are. Now we can come back sit here. So I've got my nice big seat with me. Just keep an eye on Beryl, make sure she eats as much of that food as possible. So, I have my main computer room upstairs underneath the desk here now. And so this is my main gaming rig here. And my VR rig is over there in the corner with the pulley system and the valve index in here. So I could live in a this room is about I would say about 4 meters by about 3 meters. I could live in a room this big and be perfectly happy. There'd be enough room for a bed, and I don't need more room than that. That is me. I don't. Let's see. Beryl's still eating the food. That's a good thing. I like that the dog's eating the food. She seems to quite like the new meat. Beryl can be a bit. She likes to have different kinds of food, different tastes. Beryl, so she's eating okay today, so that's good. Just going to make sure that Bertie doesn't try to take her food while she's eating it. Actually eating it quite well. Always have to make sure of that. Bertie. Come here. Come here. Good dog, aren't you? You have a look. Why? Let her finish off her food. If she leaves any in the bowl, there we are. You can go and have the food out of the bowl. You're a good dog, aren't you, Bertie? Yes, Bertie enjoyed his food. They all enjoyed his food. Yeah, so, yay. I brought my good chair from upstairs. Splendiferous. Yeah. I mean, I kind of think of it like this, Ben. How boring would it be for us to eat the same food every day? How mind-numbingly boring to eat the same. Because in the wild, cats would eat lots of things, just like dogs would eat lots of different things. It must be completely boring to eat the same food every day forever for an animal. So I always add something. I always change it up no matter what. Even before Beryl was ill, I would always give them extras or thingies to try because you should be able to have special food. You should be able to have different kinds of food and different tastes. And of course should be special. And doggies are special. Bertie's of course doing his thing where he has to check every little bit of the floor. You want to get back on here, don't you? You've been on here a couple of times, so if you want to get off and you can, I'll lift you up if you want to have a little play. There, okay? It's a new desk. So it's a very new thing for her to be up here, but she wants to be on here because she likes nosying. You like knowing what's going on and you love looking what's on the computer screens, don't you, Beryl? Even though she's not very well, she actually still likes to do this. No, you're not climbing on the desk fully. That's just an accident waiting to happen if you fall off the sides. I can't let you get on here and try to walk around. I know you'd love it, but and I know you like looking down on Bertie, knowing that he's on the floor and you're up here. Yes, Bertie, you're beautiful too. I want to have my drink. I see you eyeing my drink as well. That's mine. Do you want to stay on or do you want to get off? You're so investigative, she loves. I'm going to take you off there because there we are. You can go back down there. So I'm going to open up the back door so the two doggies can go. But before I do that, I'll have to. So yeah, my VR system is completely set up now and synced in. Having the 4 sensors in the way I've set them up means got full control. There's nowhere in here that's really reflective. That will caught out because most of my computer screens are actually matte, so they don't reflect as much. I wonder what's the weather. Let's check Met Check. If you don't know, MetCheck.com is the best place to find out the weather, control free. MetCheck.com. I learnt about MetCheck.com when I was on boats on the canal, because you got to understand that in the UK, being on the canal and you need to know what the weather is all the time. And MetCheck is sort of a crowdsourced type of channel. It takes readings from people all over the world. Anybody can tell people all over the UK and tell people what the weather's like and that. And it also has all the sensors and everything. MetCheck. It's really a very good system. It shows you, if you put in your postcode, it will show you the weather in your area. It'll even tell you how long it'll take to dry a shirt or something in your current weather, and so on. So MetCheck is a very, very good weather place to check. Let's check the news. The food's just saying it's ready to be turned, which it doesn't need to be turned. So, right. I think we're going to add check routers. Let's have a look how the current world situation is at the moment in time. Routers. Okay. Okay. Okay, nothing much is going on there. Let's see what Sky News is saying. I always check routers first, because routers is more a worldwide thing. Sky News can be quite insular and only focused on the UK, a bit like CNN, and that is focused on the America. Yeah, all is normal. There's nothing major going on in the world. I'm not seeing anything that would interest us. We are just on a normal day. My brain's sort of still thinking of things I can sort out in here. Zomarden. Hello, Zomarden. I am doing okay. I'm having a good morning. We're just cooking some pie, chicken pie and croquettes, plus some sausages for the dogs for later. I'll have to wait for them to cool. Some potatoes and carrots, and we're going to have it for lunch in a bit once they're cooked. How are you doing today, Zomarden? Are you new, or have you changed your name? Are you a new person to the channel? Because sometimes it's very confusing. People change their names lots. It's like on Discord. People change their names all the freaking time, and I never know who some people are. Kind of a mellow morning. We've been up since about 6 o'clock. Oh, let's have a look. Is anything going on? NVIDIA. I wish AMD. Oh, hello. Wow, the Eve event, that was a while ago. That was awesome. A lot of fun. I haven't played Eve for a long time now because, I'm sorry, since it was bought out by the Chinese company, it's just basically turned into a normal MMO. The thing that made Eve special was the chance you didn't know what was going to happen through every gate, and nowhere was safe. And this made Eve special. Even high security space was not safe. But the changes that the new company made to Eve turned it into just another MMO. Kind of sad. I miss the old Eve. The Eve before all these changes were made to make it more player friendly and that. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the whole point. Yeah. The only MMO I play at the moment is Star Trek Online, and I play that because I've got a lifetime subscription, so I don't have to pay for it. And I love the story, and I love Star Trek, and so I just play as a single player game every day. I just do a bit each day. But I don't play MMOs like I used to properly. But I don't. EVE Online ruined me for playing PvP games in any other game, because the consequences in EVE Online used to be, if you screwed up, you could lose everything. And you couldn't just sit in a station and smack talk someone. You were going to get owned for it. There was consequences in EVE Online. They've took a lot of that away. Well, it depends. I mean, that's not really true, Zamod, and I'll have to disagree with you there. Because I remember me and Paola used to play EVE Online, and the whole point is how we had ships in the galaxy when we used to play, before we joined Goons, before we did all the normal stuff and that, before we became part of the big stuff. And basically, we would just go on for an hour at a time, get in a few small T1 PvP ships, and just go out and explore a new area and find someone to kill, or we'd get killed. And it was just fun, because you never knew what you were going to come across. You could come across like a 60-man gang of enemies who would totally destroy you. Or you could find an AFK miner and destroy his fun. And things like that. So it was possible in EVE to do small things and just enjoy yourself. And if you were any good at EVE, you developed an amount of finances that meant you could do anything you want, given time. It was just putting the effort in at the start. But it's changed a lot. It's no longer the same place it was. Yeah. MMOs have become so much less. See, I can't play World of Tanks or games like that, because if you die, you don't lose the tank. If you die, you don't lose the tank, you don't lose your equipment. There's no consequences. Okay, you have to repair your stuff, but you don't lose. There's no consequence to death in World of Tanks or World of Thunder or any of those kind of games. Or World of Warships. You go out, you fight, you're thinking then. Yeah. I loved Titans. I was a bad person. Did you ever try solo PvP in a Titan? Solo PvP in a Titan is wicked fun. Same with solo PvP in an old Dreadnought is a laugh. Looks like the food's ready. Now, there's lots of messages coming through my stuff for the backyard. I think it's all stuff. Go through what's come through, but I think it's just normal stuff. Yeah, I mean, so EVE ruined me for playing PvP in any other game, because there's no consequences to it. So I stopped playing PvP altogether after EVE. If you succeeded in, I mean, the whole point is I never allowed the price of the ships to stop me from having fun in them. I mean, I think my favourite ship, I had a Dreadnought. That was kitted out for short range PvP solo. It was nasty as hell. It had webs on it to slow down any small ships that got close. And that thing could alpha strike. Nasty. Especially if you overloaded the weapons on it. It was just the thrill of it, going out in a solo Dreadnought. Yeah. It sounds to me like the camera's going off, but I haven't got. Give me a sec. I'm just going to go and fetch my tablet because I need to check the security. The security stuff's kicking off. So back in a sec. Okay. I thought. As I thought. Yeah. Yeah, whole point is consequences were important. We just check what we're seeing. I think what's okay, so yeah, nothing important on the. I think it's just insects and the. So bye bye for now. Yeah, I know you can have that, but you're never really risking your ships. If you play a game of World of Tanks or World of Thunder or whatever it is these days, you don't go out in that tank knowing that if you die, that tank's gone. So there's no consequence to it in the end. There's no true adrenaline rush because you get damage and you have to repair it, but it's not realistic enough for me since Eve. Eve, you undock in a spaceship, you get in a battle, it can be destroyed completely. And in the old school, if you hadn't insured your character, you could lose skill points as well. And the whole point is that was, and if you were wearing a set of implants and they decided to webble your pod, you could lose months of work instantly, and it all based on your choices, your thingy. To succeed in Eve Online was amazing because you always had that chance that you could be screwed over and you could lose everything in a second. None of the modern ones come close to that, sadly. None of the modern ones even come close to it. And they can't, unfortunately, because they don't have that risk. I'm not saying it's a bad thing or anything because the world has moved on. But we've lost something when we've lost the original style of Eve. Let's get the. Let's get the food out. Oh. The food. That food is there. We have the food. Now we're going to get the carrots and start the gravy. Da, 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 da. The gravy. Time for blowing bubbles. Wait there. Da, 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 da. But have a look at the camera footage. Something in my backyard tripping the camera. I need to figure out what it is. So I'll download all the videos to my main. Yeah, see that's the cameras going off outside, saying that there's something there, but there isn't. So something's actually tripping me off, and I think it's probably just either one of the plants moving in the wind, or something else. So right. So bye bye for now, Zomod. Yeah. Yeah, old days Eve. When Eve, the old type of Eve, if you could survive in the old type of Eve, if you could thrive in the old type of Eve, then you were a top tier MMO player, because to survive in a game like that took a lot of, you had to be very thinking of what you were doing. I'm going to put the mash together. This off here. Gravy's done. We're having a good morning. I'll be on stream and that doing stuff later. There's a lot going on at the moment. I'm going to try and sort out the camera footage and figure out what in the backyard is triggering those my cameras. Of course, it could be invisible aliens in my backyard snooping on me. Here we are. And gravy. No, okay, I am going to show you the meal, but it's the normal meal that I have nearly every day. There we are, my meal. And I will have my foodie. So I will say bye bye for now. Bye bye. Bye bye everyone. Bye 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 bye. I'll talk to anybody who wants to talk to me later on Discord. Yeah, see you then.